welcome back to Let's Talk Physical Media. My name is John.
And my name's Matt.
And today we are going to be talking about all things physical media and all things physical media adjacent, as well as
all things New York pizza.
Yes. Yeah, because this week for our Eat-a-thon, or Eating with Matt and John, whatever you want to call it, we're going to be eating pizza from Pompeii.
I don't know. Some weird Italian word that I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
I am Italian. And I don't know. Maybe the reader can, or the watcher. P-O-M-P-E-I, Pompeii.
Or I think Pompeii.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's a pizza place here on Long Island. And I particularly like their specialty slices. So just to fill everybody in, we like to show John, because he's an absolute slob, how to eat things or open him up to new things that he's never tried before, because he eats a chicken cutlet wrap or hero
it's a wrap.
5 days a week.
Mm-hmm. Every work day.
Yeah, every work day, which is insane. So he eats the same thing every single day all week. And then what do you have on the weekends usually?
Today's like a cheat day, whatever we eat on the show. And then on Saturday, tomorrow, I'll be grilling. And
you'll have the same, so you eat the same thing 6 days a week?
Well, tomorrow I'll be grilling something different than what I usually... Like tomorrow we're going to have steak and shrimp.
Like an adult dinner, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do they call that? Surf and turf.
Right.
You know, a little surf and turf with some asparagus and some potatoes.
What kind of
steak? Skirt steak.
Okay. I would suggest filet mignon with that, but skirt steak also works.
I think skirt steak's my favorite steak, though.
Skirt steak is fantastic, but when you're doing a surf and turf, I would suggest the filet.
Okay. I could see that, so maybe I'll try that next time.
Yes. Filet is my favorite meat.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Again, you have me at shorter than you. I don't like that.
It's just how I was built.
Yeah, you do that on purpose, because every time I come here, the chair is always lower. You know what you do.
Well, actually, I sit in this chair 5 days a week when I eat dinner, because it lines up with the TV better.
It does.
And I might actually lower that a little bit when I'm sitting in it, when I'm eating.
Oh.
So I think I just raise it for the show. But,
yeah. But it just feels like every time I get in here,
Yeah, so we did some specialty slices along with some regular. So just to show off the specialty slice, this is chicken bacon ranch. Now, this is like a $6 slice of pizza.
Oh, it was expensive.
You have a lot of chicken in there, you got bacon.
That's
right. And they go a little above and beyond. It looks like there's a little bit of red onion, right? That's what that is. And then some tomato pieces. And yeah, there's some tomatoes in there. The bacon. Delicious. Then we also got pepperoni and mozzarella stuffed garlic knots.
Yeah, throw one of those on my plate.
Oh, yeah. You can make a big mess with that.
Oh, I'm gonna.
And then, last but not least, just a regular old cheese slice of pizza.
Here's your very own cheese pizza.
But this is it.
Throw that on there.
That's the New York slice right there.
And we're also drinking Guinness. Now, Matt's never had a Guinness, believe it or not.
Yeah, my dad's a big Guinness guy. I stick to the ones that I know, Bud Light. I'm an endurance drinker. I'm not a big...
Yeah, this is one thing with Guinness. It's a great beer, but you cannot have them. This is thick. It's a stout.
Yeah, you're not drinking.
No, you're not pounding these in the sun.
Yeah, you're not going to drink an 18, 20 pack of these.
No, it's not. It's just not going to happen. You know what I'm surprised about, actually, that I haven't spilt these yet.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you said that now while you're at my house, so you're going to spill it now. Remember what we taught earlier episodes? We taught him how to drink out of a bottle, because he is incapable.
Yeah, so I got to pigeon lip it.
Yep. And we don't, we keep look at that. I'm very proud of you, because normally, I wish you, can you insert the old clip?
I can.
Can you insert now for you? Can't say I'm excited, but, I'm happy that you're excited about these. Drink that before you make a mess, please. Well, it's going to keep coming out. Maybe take a bigger sip. God damn it. God damn it.
I got it.
No, you didn't.
I did.
God damn it.
No, it's good. It's fine.
No, it's not. It's all over your hands, and now you're going to touch my fucking bar top. Jesus Christ.
You should have gotten me a coaster.
You should fucking drink like a normal person. So you guys just watched how he generally used to drink a beer, which is just the violent motions. It's foaming everywhere. He's just a lunatic. And audio listeners, we're just going to take a couple bites, show the world how this man consumes food, and then we'll cut. We're going to finish this meal, and then we'll come back after we're all cleaned up.
This is definitely good, but it's up there with quality of Charles Entertainment Cheese Pizza.
Are you saying Chuck E. Cheese?
Mm-hmm. That's his name. No?
Well, I've actually never had their regular pie here, so this is my first.
It's a good regular pie.
I always get specialty.
Oh, it's really good. I would say that's up there for... Let's see how this knot is.
Okay. The Guinness isn't bad.
Okay. You like it?
I can live with that. Yeah, but that's like when you have one, maybe two beers.
Yeah.
You're not drinking it out in the sun all day.
Yep. Shamrock Balls actually lives close to the Guinness factory.
Oh, wow.
You know, in Ireland, because it's a big Ireland beer.
There is a ton of garlic on this.
Too much garlic, I think.
Right? I'm chewing garlic.
Yeah.
They're just little chunks.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this garlic knot at all, actually.
Not impressed.
No, me neither. I was disappointed. It doesn't even taste fully cooked, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Well, that's
a
what they
bad
do.
knot.
That's what they do with them. They make them in bulk. They put them in a
And then
bowl.
they just reheat them, right?
And then they reheat them, yes.
Yeah.
And like you said, they were in a rush, so garlic knot, not the best.
Nope, let's see how the specialty slice is, though.
I'm still catching up. I gotta try the regular.
No, that's a good slice of pizza. There's a lot on here, though.
Like I said, this is where I go for my specialty slice.
Yeah, like, I feel like this is enough.
Oh, that's gonna fill you up, yes.
That's
If
like
we finish everything, I'd be surprised.
No, there's no... Well, I'm not finishing that garlic knot because it tastes like dog shit. And actually, speaking of Guinness, someone commented in the comment section, they were like, if I'm being honest, Guinness tastes like doo-doo. So I'm not a fan for everyone. But if you guys have any recommendations of beers, I was trying to think of stuff that, you know, everybody can drink if you want to drink a beer with us while we're doing
I'm
the
not a
show.
big IPA guy, you know, like... I like to stick to like the mainstream stuff. Like I said, Bud Light. I like Land Shark. Land Shark is good.
Land Shark is good.
I like my Mickey Ultras.
Mickey Ultra is too much like water.
I like Mick Ultra.
Land Shark is just
Heineken
Corona.
ain't bad. Corona's good. Yep.
Land Shark is Corona.
It is. I know. What's his name?
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett. Yeah.
So yeah, actually, funny story. Jimmy Buffett used to drink Coronas. You know, he's the island guy. He likes to hang out in the sun. He eats his cheeseburgers in paradise. You know, Margaritaville dude. His big thing was he went to Anheuser-Busch and said, "Make me Corona." And Anheuser-Busch's answer to that was Land Shark.
Land Shark. Yep.
So it's just the same beer and basically same thing. You know, island-wide kind of beer. Guinness is a stout, so that's more of a thicker beer. I love Guinness though. It's my favorite beer of all time.
Really?
I love it. I have very fond memories of drinking Guinness while plowing my old driveway.
I thought you were gonna say plowing your wife.
No, she doesn't let me drink when I'm plowing.
Really?
It's just, you know what? It's already a mess in there. Well, I bring beer into it. This is really thick. I'm actually full already.
So I know everyone's pretty disappointed, and I'm pretty surprised. There's nothing on the floor. There's nothing dripping down his arms. So I'm gonna go ahead and give John an A+. I mean, he's not holding it like a normal person would.
No, this.
Yeah, that's a little odd, but you know.
Well, you gotta think. You gotta balance the weight because this is a thick dick.
Right. So I think when I go like this, I'd use two hands on this.
Wow.
This is something I would suggest two hands on, but just a finger. You know, just to hold it up, just to balance it.
You know, it's just not really like it feels
But
weird.
I mean, the way you're doing it,
I had the balance.
it works, I guess. But if you take a violent bite, you don't have a grip on it.
Well,
You know.
here's the thing with this specialty slice. Honestly, they got everything on the slice. Like, sometimes you get some of these specialty slices and the meat starts to fall off.
Yes.
I don't feel like that's going to happen with this.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. Temperature. It's not that hot.
No, it isn't.
So once it cools off, it gets tackier. Oh, we dropped our first thing.
No.
Okay. No big deal.
It was bound to happen.
So overall, you know, I'm gonna give him the A-.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him the A- because there is a little bit of a mess here. He's holding it like a weirdo, but I'm just very impressed.
I'm impressed too.
You know,
The food, though, I gotta be honest. Overall, the garlic not left a bad taste in my mouth. The regular slice is the best out of all three of them.
You would say the regular slice over the specialty.
Yeah.
Because I disagree with that, actually.
Did you try it?
Yeah, it's not bad, but I've had better.
I've had better.
Had better. All right, we're gonna finish these slices up. We'll be right back, and then we'll dive right back into the rest of the show.
3 hours later.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed that segment of us eating.
Yes,
It was a pretty good meal. I finished one beer. I popped open a second one because Guinness is great.
John made the mess after we shut the camera off, actually, which is...
Well, I was feeding the dogs.
Yeah, he was feeding the dogs, just ripping the toppings off and handing them to the dogs like that.
In my defense, Dexter has a very cute face, so what else?
He sure does, but, you know. Anyway.
Who's cleaner, me or Dexter?
That's, I don't know. Because he could be a slob. Mm-hmm. You know.
I do respect him laying in the mud like he does, just without a worry or care in the world. I would do that.
See, now, mud, I don't consider being a slob. Like, I play in the mud all the time. I'm always covered in dirt or grease. I don't think that's being a slob. I think, like, hygiene and, like, eating what you're eating, like, the way food, that's, like, slobbish. Or just, like, a mess. Like, laundry everywhere. As, like, I wouldn't say I'm a big car guy, but, like, I could be eating a cheese. I could work on a car all day, have black, greasy hands from working on the car. I'll eat a cheeseburger, no problem, and rest it on top of the motor and continue working. That's not a problem to me. I won't put that cheeseburger on the sink in a public restroom because that's disgusting.
I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a
think
different kind of dirty.
I'm not worried about that public restroom like you are.
So
though.
you would put your burger right on the sink, wash your hands, and then grab it again?
I mean, I've never done it with a burger, but I've brought many of food in public restrooms and rested them, and then did my business and continued eating. Yes.
And you also sit bare ass right on the toilet seats in the public restroom.
Yeah, no problem.
Piss and all?
Yep, nothing's happened to me.
You'll sit right on the piss.
Yep, nothing's happened.
That is disgusting.
You know what? It's just what you make of it. That's really all it is. All right, guys, let's dive into the news today. There really wasn't much this week.
You don't feel the piss?
I don't really notice it, I guess. It doesn't happen that often.
What doesn't happen? You going to the bathroom in a public restroom?
Yeah, I don't do that much. And then usually if I do, it's usually not destroyed like a fucking animal.
I would say most public restrooms have piss everywhere. Everything is wet and dripping.
Yeah, it's just a lot of that's also because they go in there and they clean it real quick to try and wipe it down.
It's just piss. Everyone just goes in there and just pisses anywhere.
I'm going to disagree a little bit.
Ask Uncle V.
He probably does piss everywhere. Just to make a scene. But again, we're going to get into the news today. Enough about my hygiene. Ronin is coming to Kino Lorber on 4K, which is a Robert De Niro movie, I believe from 1999. I actually really enjoy that movie.
This is supposed to be drinking like room temp, right?
Yes. This is an older... This is like an older beer, you know. This is like what they used to serve in Ireland. Like they used to have stouts. Ireland is a very big.
It's got like a sweet aftertaste.
I don't know what the exact flavors are in Guinness, but it's a very unique beer and it's original. I love Guinness.
Yeah, I don't know. It's okay, but on the other hand, it's starting to taste like dog water a little bit. You know, I don't know if. As
the time goes on.
Like, yeah.
Guinness isn't for everybody.
The further I get down the bottle, and this is the black beer, right?
Yes, it's a stout. That's what a stout is. Yeah, it's a really good beer. I love it.
Like
but Ronin,
motor oil.
Yeah, it looks like it. Thick like it too. So what do you think of Ronin? You were the one who sent me that. You've ever seen it? The guy
from Guardians?
Huh?
The villain from Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, the movie Ronin. You sent me it.
I never seen it, but I just saw they Instagrammed it and posted an announcement. De Niro, right?
Yep. I believe this is from, it's 98. I thought it was 99.
No, I never saw it.
Action movie. Takes place mostly in the London. I believe Jean Reno was in it from, you've never seen this movie either, Leon the Professional. I've been telling you for years.
I have that. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Love that movie. Just only make sure you watch. That's one you don't watch the extended cut of.
Don't watch the extended cut.
Don't watch the extended cut.
Why is that?
Gets very uncomfortable with Jean Reno and Natalie Portman.
I like Natalie Portman.
She's also like 8 in this movie, or 13 rather. So it's weird the relationship with her and Jean Reno's character. It's like almost like not quite sexual, but like they almost have like a couple's relationship, and they really spread it out through the extended cut. And the theatrical cut, they almost cut that whole thing out.
Interesting.
Yes. So I'd say watch the theatrical cut. Much more of a straightforward action movie. Really good one, too.
Okay.
And then in other things in news this week, we had basically kind of disappointing news for me personally, and that is that the Mission Impossible movies are all getting steelbook 4K releases.
I did see this. I already have the nice box set, which gonna hang on to that. I don't need these. Unless, is there a Dolby Vision upgrade?
I didn't see any upgrade, which there was no Dolby Vision on any of those?
Maybe the newer ones, but I don't think like 1 through like 4 or 5 have Dolby Vision.
I didn't even look into that.
So that has Dolby Vision.
And then here's the original one. Let's see if this says Dolby Vision. This had Dolby Vision on it too. Mission Impossible 1.
Do they?
Yep.
Okay, let me. You know what? Let me get the box set because again, I haven't watched them yet, so I can't confirm. But I'm pretty sure there wasn't.
What frustrates me, as you plug in, is I bought all 5 of them on 4. I bought, actually, this will piss Matt off, but I rectified the problem. I bought 1, 3, 5, 4, and 5 on 4K with those nice slip covers. You know, that each movie had its own white slip cover with its own font on it. And then, you know, Fallout came out and that had its own slip cover that didn't match up. And then I went back and bought 2. But you bought this box set, so I'm a little upset that now they're getting steelbooks, because those steelbooks are pretty damn nice, and I would have really liked those. So what are you seeing? Any Dolby Vision mention on there?
I was about to go like this to make it bigger.
Yeah, oh my god, I've done that. According to this is what you have, right?
That box set, yeah.
That says Dolby Vision right there.
On every single one?
It says
right,
video HD, and then the aspect ratios change for each one. You got 2.41,
Oh yeah,
2.4,
okay,
3,
yeah,
9,
it says
3,
it right
5.
on the disc. Dolby Vision, Dolby Audio, Dolby Vision, Dolby Audio, Dolby Vision, Dolby Audio, Dolby Vision, Dolby Audio, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos on Rogue Nation, and on has Atmos.
Both of
All right,
those.
so they all have Dolby Vision. Okay.
Yep. And then, yeah, the last 2, those are the Christopher McQuarrie 4Ks with
I'm still upset about it. It came with a little ding.
I saw it as you. Yeah, that kind of would bother me. Do you turn it the other way on your shelf so you don't
well,
see that?
I have it faced forward,
all
so you
right.
see
Yeah,
that.
That would bother. Those are some of the nicest 4Ks. Have you watched those yet?
I have not.
Oh, those are great 4Ks.
I'm excited to get into these. Maybe after my
That's a summer blockbuster.
maybe
kinda.
after my Marvel watch through, I'll jump into the Mission Impossible.
Yep, that's a
because
good
we
one.
have a new one coming, right?
Yeah, we have 2.
2
We have 1 this year, and then we have
When?
June.
June. Oh fuck yeah! I really,
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mission Impossible after.
That's
Maybe we should do
something.
Mission Impossible after Fast and Furious.
And
But
then
we gotta
got-
go back to fucking Bond.
Maybe we'll do some alternates because after we finish Fast and Furious, we should have like 8 weeks until that comes out. So maybe we'll slither in some, because we'll get through the Bond by the end of the year. But we'll take our time with that. We'll fit some other franchises in as we go.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Because I also want to try and do some Nolans before Oppenheimer comes out.
Okay.
Especially since you haven't seen Inception since the first time we saw it.
It's been a long time, and I believe I got the 4K.
Yeah, it's a nice 4K. It's
Yeah,
a
I'm
Nolan
excited for
4K. And it's a great 4K. It's also a great film. That's probably the most recent addition to my top 20 movies of all time. I love Inception.
Interesting.
It gets better each time you watch it.
I'm maybe halfway through. I'm not. It's like it's fucking dog water. I don't want that anymore. I don't like it. It's leaving the first couple sips ain't bad, but I don't want the whole thing.
It's an acquired taste. I think you would like it over time. The only thing I have a problem with Guinness is, you're putting all that time into drinking.
Yeah.
Not a high alcohol content, so I've
There's
already
not.
No, and I don't really feel it.
How much is in it?
I think 4%.
That's a normal beer.
Really, that was it this week as far as news goes. It was really a slow week. I had no shout, no arrow. Nobody really announced anything that's coming.
I think it's just been a slow couple months because, as you can see, John's reviewing a few things, but there is nothing. Well, we have Deep Impact coming up soon.
Yep.
I'm going to grab that.
And then the Supermans, which were supposed to come out this Tuesday, but they delayed them till May 9th now. So
yeah, I could care less about those too. There's just really nothing that's really sparking my interest.
Yeah, there's not a lot until we get to I would say June and July. July has a lot. July is a big month, which makes sense. I guess they want to start upping it as the year goes on. But yeah, it's been a slow this week too. We have no new 4K reviews coming in, and I was trying to find something to review, but if it doesn't spark my interest at all, or something I already have, it's not worth it. We'll wait till the Supermans come out, and we'll have some fun with those. But yeah, that's it as far as news. But we do have a lot of questions this week, so we can have some fun with these. All right, well, it's Lord Raiden's first. He gave us the first question. He actually sent this in last week.
Okay.
He said, last week I asked you guys your take on City Hall, and if you agree with me, it's just sort of lost and deserves more mention. And can't wait for the mini review. City Hall. I actually already put this review out that came out this past week.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was all right. Anyway, have you guys seen The Color of Money? Paul Newman won his Academy Award for his role in here. Forrest Whitaker, John Turturro, and of course Tom Cruise are in it too. Have you guys seen it, and what do you think? Also, have you seen The Hustler? It's the movie this one is the sequel to. I'm thinking about trying to find it on Blu-ray, but wondering if I should. Well, you know what? You kind of sparked my interest on that when you sent me that. I didn't have both of these on Blu-ray. I absolutely fucking love The Color of Money. This is directed by Martin Scorsese. It came out in the late 80s. This movie is a fucking masterpiece.
You've never seen it?
No, I've seen this before.
And you didn't own it?
I didn't own it.
Why not?
Because this is a very old Blu-ray, and I was trying to avoid buying it because I really feel like this will come to 4K eventually. This is an old enough Blu-ray that they had the trailers in front of it, which I know you appreciate.
I fucking fall victim to those trailers more often than not.
Yeah.
Where, because I'll put it on and I'll be doing something. I'll be like, oh shit, that looks pretty fucking good. I'll go on Amazon and I'll order it.
Yeah, you just could blind buy stuff. But yeah, you could have with this. So this was an old Blu-ray. And then, like he said, in 1961, The Hustler. So this movie, The Color of Money, is the sequel to The Hustler.
Okay.
And The Hustler is basically Paul Newman plays Fast Eddie Nelson.
Okay.
He's one of the best pool hustlers around, and he gets into it with a little bit of a guy named Minnesota Fats, played by Jackie Gleason. You know who Jackie Gleason is?
Yes.
From The Honeymooners, and then he also...
Well, he was in
Smokey and the Bandit. Yeah, has my favorite line in the whole movie.
The first thing I'm gonna do is punch your mama in the mouth.
So this movie is fantastic. I'm actually going to do a full review of both of these movies this week and compare them.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, you would love this movie.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how you'll feel about this one. This one's very much a 60s movie.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's for me.
It's paced slow, but you do get backstory on Paul Newman's character, Fast Eddie Nelson, because he ends up becoming a mentor to Tom Cruise in this movie.
Interesting.
Yep, and also one thing that I fucking love, Tom Cruise works at some place in this movie, I don't know, some sort of child warehouse or something like that.
Wow, even the artwork is...
It's old, man. That's an old Blu-ray. Look at the Blu-ray disc. Have you ever seen a Blu-ray disc like that? Where it just says Blu-ray like that?
Yeah, of course. But, oh no, it's real. But it almost looks like it was printed out. Like, this is not...
I was trying to avoid buying that
look
Blu-ray.
how blurry it is, though. This is very,
It doesn't look great, no.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I was really hoping for a 4K release of that at some point, but this is like one of those Martin Scorsese movies that for some reason people don't remember, or don't even realize that Martin Scorsese directed it.
Like, just looking at this is a bootleg to me.
No, it was good, it played fine. The menu system in it was really old too, though.
But
it
if
felt
you
like a
look at,
DVD menu.
like they even cut like some of the B off on Blu-ray. Like this, either very, very cheaply made. How much was it?
It was $8.
Yeah.
I got these both for about
I would say this is like
$20.
This is like a $4.99 Blu-ray to me.
It's cheap as shit. There's nothing. Like I said, it's got trailers in front of it, so it is a studio release. What studio even is this? Looks like Touchstone or Columbia?
No.
I can't even read that.
Oh, it does say Touchstone.
It is Touchstone, right? And this one was
Yeah.
20th Century Fox, which, okay, yeah.
It's an ABC. It's a region-free Blu-ray, though.
And speaking of which, we'll get to that in a second, but because I'm going to show that off after this. But yeah, this movie you'll love. And like the guy's uniforms that they wear at the job he works at, Tom Cruise's character, it just says his name across the front. He's wearing a black t-shirt and in white lettering it says Vince.
Okay.
And then the guy walks in behind him, his shirt just says Lou.
Okay.
I just thought that was the funniest fucking thing. It makes me think, though, the boss probably doesn't want them using any names over like 6 letters because it would create a problem. Because he calls him Vincent, but it only says Vince. I bet you the other guy's name is Lewis. If I worked there, it's just going to say John.
You're going to need a bigger shirt.
You're going to need a bigger shirt. But I'd probably rock the shit out of his tight, muscular shirt. I would have pulled it off great.
Yeah.
Big Jack guy like me. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to do a full review of these movies this week, Lord Raiden. So I can if you want to pick up the Blu-rays before, both of these Blu-rays, not great. The Hustler needs an upgrade too. The black and white, not the best I've seen.
Is that Dan from Roseanne?
No, that's Jackie Gleason.
Oh, yeah, it is.
That's Minnesota Fats.
It kind of looks like Dan from Roseanne.
Yeah. I think he got an Academy Award for this movie, or nominated. Paul Newman didn't win his Academy Award, like Lord Raiden said, to this movie. His only Academy Award was for this movie, his Fast Eddie Nelson. Fucking love that movie. Now, I picked up another movie, and this was a risk for me.
Why is that?
Can you tell me where this is from?
This is, I guess, Region C, right?
It's an all-region Blu-ray, though.
Does it have reversible art? No.
No. And look at where it's from. Look at the studio who did it.
WB.
Criterion Collection, right?
No.
Oh, it's not a Criterion Collection? Criterion has a release of this, and
No, this is just a Warner Brothers.
Just a Warner Brothers release. I can't figure out what country this is from. Based on this rating system of just M. So if anyone's watching this and you know this rating system, I have no idea what it is, but the rating for it is M, which I assume is the R for whatever this is from. And they actually put why it's rated that right on the front.
I've seen that this one before. I forget what region that is.
I have no idea.
I think it's C, because Region B is like the octagon.
Yeah, the hexagon or something like that, where it says 18 in it.
Or,
yeah. So I bought this because...
So that's Region C, which might be like German or...
Something like that, right?
Yeah, I don't remember.
But I bought this. I got this for $3 on Amazon. So I figured it was worthy risk because A, I've never seen this movie. And I wanted to rank all the David Fincher movies. And this is one that I've never seen. So I figured, I'll grab the Blu-ray.
Why did you get that version, though?
What do you mean? There was no other version.
Oh, really?
Like, there's other Blu-rays. There's a Criterion release of this also. But the Criterion release has this blue box as well. I don't know if it's like a regular Criterion release or what. But yeah, I decided to grab this, and I was pretty excited. I've never seen this movie. You ever seen it?
No.
Curious Case of Benjamin Button. You know David Fincher. You know Seven, Fight Club, and all that.
Yep.
So I was like, if I'm going to review him, I have to see all his movies. It's the only one of his I haven't seen.
Okay.
It's the movie where he reverses back. He ages in backwards. He's born as an 80-year-old man. Interesting. Yeah, I'm very curious about what that's about.
All right. Well, once you watch that, let me know. Because I don't think that's a Matt movie, but we'll...
No, it's probably not, but David Fincher knows how... No matter what David Fincher does, like I said, The Social Network, it's a movie about Facebook. Well, no business being that good. It's a fucking great movie. One of the best movies of the 2010s. I'm telling you, watch that movie.
Maybe.
I have the 4K. I wish they would have released it solo. I had to buy the Columbia Classic set for it, but... You know, that's how life goes sometimes.
That's the way she goes.
The way she goes. Sometimes she goes, sometimes she doesn't. All right, and this one's next from our boy Rico Gomez. Okay, here's the question for you New Yorkers today. Would you rather have a corrupt police force with crime control or have New York the way it is today? Can't wait to hear Matt's answer. I guess he's expecting you to say something stupid. So he was talking about that because of Serpico.
Right.
Serpico had...
Everyone's a crooked cop.
Yeah. So basically that's what it was. Serpico was the one honest cop in a really crime-ridden police force. So what he's saying is now all the cops, I guess, are honest, and but yet crime is up.
So
you go to the city a lot. I don't.
Right, but it's not like
you're working there.
It's not how it's depicted in 80s movies like that. But he also didn't say what side of the law we'd be on.
Well, he's saying would we rather have New York the way it is without corruption, or would we have
So how it is in present day right now?
Yeah, or would we rather have a corrupt police force, but everything is in order?
Now, is this like a Escape from New York corrupt, or like
I think he's
RoboCop?
I think he's comparing it more like RoboCop, more like in Serpico, where these guys they're
so would we be living in poverty and shitty areas and I think fighting
he's saying,
for rations and stuff like that?
I think what he's trying to say is that the corrupt cops make the area easier to live, but they're just taking shit under the table. Whereas how it is now, I think he's saying because how New York City is now. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't we prefer it with just how with all the corruption and stuff?
Well, yeah, everyone's a crook still, but
yeah, that's the thing you got to be aware of.
Well, we're kind of it's really it's kind of catch-22 because it is corrupt. Yeah, we are in a corrupt world where there is all this under the table business and the rich get richer and everyone else fucking struggles. Where he's saying it is today, but it is corrupt. So it's like a weighted question almost. I think
he's probably... I don't know where you live, Rico. I think he's probably saying New York probably in the news gets dragged through the mud for their high crime rate and shit like that. So when I go to the city, me and Matt both don't like the city as it is, no matter which way you spin it.
I mean, there's bad neighborhoods, but you can easily just walk pretty much anywhere on Long Island and pretty much mostly through the city, with the except there's a few places you should have a buddy with you, but you're not gonna get fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. That's a different story. But I mean, I think in most places it's here where we live, you don't even really need to lock your doors.
No, Matt doesn't.
When I go to bed, I lock them.
Do you lock them when you go to bed?
At nighttime, yeah, I lock them.
You do leave them open throughout the day,
but I got a gun and all that stuff by the bed. So
you got dogs.
Yeah,
that's my thing. I don't have to really worry about anyone robbing my house. I know that my German Shepherd Rottweiler will destroy them if anyone tries to break in.
Yeah, we have our own alarm systems. I got the pit bulls. I got the shotgun. We're good.
Yeah, we don't have to really worry. But not that we live in bad areas to where that's going to happen.
It happens.
It happens. Everything,
You see all the bullshit on the Ring app all the time.
Yeah, the randomness of the world, that is still out there. You can't escape that. But it's not a high crime-ridden areas that we live in, and we're pretty far from the city. It's an hour train ride away.
An hour plus from the city. Yeah, we're pretty. We're borderline on farmland.
Pretty much. Yeah, we're closer to the farm end of Long Island for sure. Yeah, definitely. We're much more spread out. Stuff you might see in the media about Long Island. Yeah, we're not really in that general area.
Yeah, we're Brooklyn sucks.
Yeah, you drive through. I can't do it. I hate it. Driving through the city is a nightmare.
Yeah, especially with a trailer. So Brooklyn is the worst place in the world, in my opinion.
Isn't that where all the hipsters are?
Yeah, but that's kind of like L.A. or San Francisco is like just a nicer Brooklyn, I think.
Probably.
You know?
Yeah,
So,
Brooklyn probably hasn't been updated since the 30s.
not even that. It's just... Oh, it was kind of funny. They were talking about New York, where people just throw their trash on the street and no one cares.
They're not
Because
wrong.
we're the only place in the world you see trash on the street like that.
New York, I've never understood why people go on vacation to New York. It's a shithole city. As far as like how the streets are kept.
Mind blowing.
You know, like
There's nice areas.
There
but
is
there's
nice
some
areas, though.
shitholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone's an asshole. That's something that you probably heard. Yeah, no one treats each other nice here. You know, basically, no one's holding the door open for you and saying thank you. There's no manners.
Very rare.
Very rare. When you come across it, you're shocked. Like, oh wow, you're not a piece of shit.
Like every time when we go on like riding trips out of state, like we go on quadding trips or whatever, we go to like Virginia or even just upstate.
You saw that.
I sure did. Yeah.
Yep, sorry about that. Missed the mouth a bit.
So even when we just go like upstate and you go to like a gas station or a diner or something to eat, the food is terrible anywhere.
Oh yeah, that's the one thing with New York. You're getting good food.
Yeah,
Good food.
That's like because my buddies a couple of them move upstate and like, oh, come
The
upstate.
internet
I'm like,
too up there is horrible.
I'm like, I mean, yeah, the internet is too bad, and it's just I really like food too much to go there, and it's not the best.
no. And
Anyway, so it's so weird, like the waitresses or the guests, they like, oh, have a nice day, or well, it's like what?
yeah. We were just talking about like when I was ordering.
so nice,
They
yeah.
are. I was ordering the pizza from the pizza place. I'm telling you, this guy had no happiness at all in his voice. He sounded like he was 3 seconds away from blowing his brains out while he's talking.
Oh, yeah.
And like he's just being disrespectful. I'm like, I'm just trying to order pizza, man. I'm
Normal.
sorry.
Normal day.
No, yeah.
You gotta have thick skin to live in New York.
You do, because people are going to say the meanest things to you, and driving here, it's pretty much a fight the whole way. And you drive for a living, so I don't know how
Yeah.
you do it. Like,
Aggressively.
you have to, because the stupidity on the roads here is just mind-blowing.
Yes.
It is mind-blowing. But, you know, I think that's enough for the corruption here in New York. You know, come if you want, or don't.
I don't recommend it.
Unless you're coming to see us, then that's cool, because we're here. We're the best thing in New York, wouldn't you say? Maybe the pizza. Maybe the pizza, but I don't love pizza.
Bagels.
You do fucking love New York. I never
Big
got that
bagel
with you.
guy.
You are. We used to always go to that bagel place
Big
in
bagel.
Ronkonkoma, right?
Strathmore, yeah.
Yeah. Still around?
We actually just lost it.
Really? That's a shame.
It went downhill.
It all does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll move on to the next question. Thank you again, Rico. We appreciate that question. And the next one is from Adolfo Rivera, and he wrote, "Do you watch Spanish movies? If so, which ones are your favorite? Do you watch any movies in Spanish?"
No, the only thing I have is that Darkness Falls Blu-ray, which is the primary language, and even the description on the box is all Spanish. But with the exception of that, I absolutely hate subtitles. I refuse to watch a movie with subtitles, except Inglourious Bastards. That's the only one that I'll let fly. And I don't speak Spanish, so no, I do not watch Spanish movies.
I had a feeling, but I do think you do have another movie in Spanish. Do you have Mariachi? Or is it not Mariachi? What is the Robert Rodriguez movies, like Desperado and... the first
Once
one...
Upon a Time in Mexico, and
Yeah, one of his...
Desperado is the first one, I think.
That one...
And no, I don't have that yet, no.
No.
It's the Mexico trilogy or something like
Yes,
that. Yeah.
but that movie's in Spanish. I thought you might have that.
Is it?
Yes, that was his first movie. He made that on $7,000 it cost him to make that movie. And it got picked up that's what made him famous. He made
Really?
a $7,000 movie. It's incredible. He just made it with his own money, and these stories happen.
Yeah.
But I do watch Spanish movies. I don't really like just pick Spanish movies. I'll watch just any movie, really, subtitles or not. I'm not like Matt. But it did take me a while to do that because I don't have the greatest of eyes. So for me to watch a movie with subtitles, I have to watch it really close. But I bought a new TV last year. It's a 41-inch, so I could sit right on top of it, watch movies in subtitles. And my favorite Spanish movies all come from Guillermo del Toro. He does the best. Every single one of his movies I enjoy. His Spanish language films are always great. The Devil's Backbone is probably his second best, but Pan's Labyrinth Not only is that his best movie, that's the best Spanish language movie in my opinion. But a few years ago, every year I watch the international nominees for the Oscars, and I watched a little movie called Pain and Glory with Antonio Banderas. Is he crying because
Danielle's, it's Lily.
Oh my god. But I watched this movie a few years ago, and this
Antonio Banderas?
Antonio Banderas.
The blow-up doll?
No,
South Park?
The actor Antonio Banderas, who you'll know from Spy Kids, and we're just talking almost Robert.
Look what my mom got me for Christmas, an Antonio Banderas blow-up doll. Sweet.
But this movie, Pain and Glory, is fucking fantastic. It came out in 2019. It's just an incredible film. It was actually probably one of my favorite movies of 2019. Antonio Banderas actually got nominated for an Academy Award for it.
Okay.
It's a great movie. You know, this guy's suffering through pain, and he actually just starts taking up heroin to relieve the pain. And, you know, he hasn't had a good life, and it's about, like, looking back on what you did throughout your life. I thought it was phenomenal. I really did. So if you haven't seen Pain and Glory and you can get past the subtitles, I really do think you'll enjoy that one as well. And any Guillermo del Toro movie as well. All right, Adolfo, thank you very much for that question. I hope I didn't butcher your first name. That was my first shot at it. I'm sorry if I did. Our next one is from Dennis Cinema 4K, and he asked, what are your top 3 Cronenberg movies? You know who David Cronenberg is?
I do. I don't know if I've seen 3 of his movies.
I think you might have. I know
Scanners.
You saw Scanners.
Which I think I shut off halfway through.
You didn't like Scanners?
No.
The Fly, I know you saw.
With Jeff Goldblum?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably my number 1 then.
It's most people's number 1. And then you got The Dead Zone. Did you ever see The Dead Zone?
Mm-mm.
With Christopher Walken? That's a phenomenal movie as well.
What about that, with the yellow cover?
Oh, that's his son. That's Brandon Cronenberg. Possessor?
Possessor,
that movie's phenomenal.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, no, that movie's great. Actually, his son, he also did Infinity Pool that came out this year. It was all right. It wasn't the best movie, but it was pretty good. Not as good as Possessor. But Cronenberg, I love Cronenberg. You never saw Videodrome either?
I seen half of that as well.
Didn't like it?
Weird.
It's a very weird movie, yeah. Well, that's what Cronenberg does, weird movies. He does body horror. But then he did do some other movies, like, you've ever seen A History of Violence? No, that movie's great. But my 3 favorite Cronenberg movies, my number 1 is Dead Ringers with Jeremy Irons. Jeremy Irons plays twin.
I think I have Dead Ringers, actually.
Love Dead Ringers. That is by far my favorite Cronenberg movie. He basically...
I think I have the Scream Factory Blu-ray.
That's what I have because of you. You told me about. I got that in a sale. But yeah, he plays twins. Great, just a phenomenal acting performance. He should have actually won the Oscar for this, but he ended up winning it the next year for Reversal of Fortune.
Okay.
But he should have won it for fucking. I'm telling you, I love this movie. Great movie. He plays a guy. They're basically like the best gynecologists in the world, and you know, it's weird, right? I'm telling you, Cronenberg.
That's what Dead Ringers is.
Yeah. The tools on the front are like old fucking
the vagina tool.
Yeah, old vagina tools, exactly. Huh. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, this movie spirals out of control.
Interesting.
Great movie though. I love it. By far his best. Number 2, I put The Fly. Fly is great.
Fly is great. I love that one.
Yeah, and I love The Dead Zone. I mean, it's based on a Stephen King book. Cronenberg did. It's probably his most mainstream movie. Basically, Christopher Walken, he develops like I don't know if they call it a sixth sense, but he could kind of see the future.
Okay.
And like he sees like all these bad things are gonna happen, and he tries to intervene. Martin Sheen plays a president who's like just spiraling out of control. Like it's a great fucking movie if you haven't seen it.
Okay.
So that's probably my top 3. And Videodrome's like close, and I'm with Matt. Like I don't really love Scanners. I've seen Scanners, but it's not one of my favorites. The head explosion thing is what you take away from that.
Yeah,
that was a big deal at the time.
Right.
They actually put a real shotgun behind it to get it to explode like that.
Yeah.
So it was ahead of its time.
Yep. We learned about that in Search of Darkness.
Is that where I heard that?
Yep.
I was wondering where I heard that. So you heard that too. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Dennis, I hope I answered that question. I love talking about Cronenberg. Maybe I'll do a countdown of his movies because I do love his work. And this one's from Lorenzo Harris, man of God. So we're about to break his heart because he asked, did either of you buy the Sidekicks 4K from Vinegar Syndrome? If so, what are your thoughts on the movie and transfer? I've never seen Sidekicks. I've also didn't grab that 4K from Vinegar Syndrome.
Either did I.
No, right?
What is that?
Sidekicks? It looks like a 1992 karate movie? Yeah, it is from 92.
Oh, Sidekick. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
It's a karate thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's directed by Aaron Norris. I mean, Jonathan Brandis is the star of this. Chuck Norris is in it. That's why people remember this movie. Beau Bridges is in it. That's Jeff Bridges' brother. Wow. Yeah. I mean, it looks like a martial arts movie that I've just never seen. It.
Not a big martial arts movie.
Me neither. That's where Chuck Norris got his chops. Was working with Bruce Lee in the martial arts movies in the 70s.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I wouldn't really consider like the Jackie Chan movies martial arts movies.
Well, back when
Like Rush Hour.
No, those aren't Rush Hour.
And the Shanghai movies with Owen Wilson. Awesome movies, by the way.
The Shanghai movies?
Yeah.
Love the Shanghai movies.
Shanghai's are good.
Shanghai Noon and Shanghai...
Night.
Okay. Yeah, no, those movies were great. The Rush Hour movies, which are you excited they're really doing Rush Hour 4?
Is that really happening?
Chris Tucker said it, so that was what the
but Chris
holdout.
Tucker also announced a Friday movie.
Yeah, well, he was talking about Friday recently, too. I don't think that's his fault. From what I understand, that's something with the rights, because Ice Cube was talking about that also.
I would kill for another one, although it would probably be bad.
It would be bad. Although Chris Tucker still has it, because I saw him in Air, and he was phenomenal. He still got the timing.
Right, but would you say Jim Carrey doesn't?
Jim Carrey's a little rough, but like I saw him. You love the fucking Sonic movies, and he's got it still.
Fantastic.
When he wants to turn
why
it
was
off.
Dumb and Dumber bad?
Not bad writing. I think that's more of the Farley brothers than Jim Carrey. You know, I don't think it's their fault. It's not always the actor's fault. You know, someone's got to direct them and say approve the scene and say, yeah, it was good enough.
Yeah, I guess.
You know. But Chris Tucker, he's still got. I don't like it when they do those legacy sequels way too far after. It just
usually not great.
Not great. Although, The Color of Money and The Hustler. The Color of Money is way better than The Hustler.
I can't speak on that.
You'd like The Color of Money.
The Rocco Modern Life cartoon was good. The movie they just did.
That was
last
great.
Year or 2 years ago.
I think it was
whatever.
like 3 years ago now.
It's a while, yeah. But that was actually very, very good, especially coming back 20-something years later.
Yeah, they didn't miss a beat. And it's actually crazy because Steven Hillenburg was a big part of the original show from SpongeBob, and he died before they made that. So I actually thought that would lose the sense of humor.
No, worked out very well.
I like that as well.
Big Rocco guy.
Rocco's Modern Life was one of my favorite shows growing up.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I hope we answered that question. I mean, we didn't technically, but hopefully, I'm sorry about that, Lorenzo. Maybe I'll grab Sidekicks and do a review for you one of these days. I'm not a big martial arts guy, but, I do feel guilty that we didn't get to answer that question for him.
We can't win them all.
No, but I am a winner, so that's a tough one. All right, next up are...
Apparently not. But...
All right, well, fuck off. Kevin L., he wrote, what are the top 3 movies that disappointed you the most? Well, I can tell you right now, just before I get into a movie that disappointed me, I'm going to give you guys a quick game that disappointed me.
Ooh, my number one biggest disappointment is probably going to be Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Really? All time?
That off the top of my head, this might just be recency bias, but everyone was raving and it was getting great reviews and you said it was amazing.
I loved it.
Terrible movie.
You're not the only person. Some of our viewers agreed with you. I remember we put a question out this to our viewers in the giveaway, and a couple of them said Everything Everywhere All at Once. So I guess they all got overhyped for it too, and felt the same way.
I did not like that.
Well, my number one is easily, we just talked about it, Dumb and Dumber 2.
That's a bit of a letdown.
I left that theater just sad. It made me almost not like the first one as much. I had to go home and refresh myself.
The first one's amazing.
The first one's the best comedy still ever. But that one, I did that thing where you're leaving the theater and you're trying to convince yourself that it was good and you didn't hate it. That scene was funny.
Right.
I imagine that's how most people left Phantom Menace in 1999 because everyone said it was good, but we all knew it wasn't.
I loved it.
You loved it. You left that theater in 99 with a shit-eating grin on your face, didn't you?
I had a great fucking time, and I watched that VHS 100 times. That might be one of my most watched Star Wars, actually.
You were 10 when it came out. That was perfect for you.
Yeah.
It worked out.
You know what another one is really ringing? Actually, I got 2 that are really recent, though. The Matrix...
Resurrections?
Part 4, right?
Yeah. That was Resurrections, right? So it was... One of them's Revolutions.
Resurrection.
Yeah. They have Revolutions and Resurrections.
Yeah. That.
Yeah, that was bad. And I was with you for that one.
Honestly, with the Matrix movies, Part 1 is a 10 out of 10, and then they progressively it's just a steep fucking decline after Part 1, and I don't know what happened.
It's a nosedive, yeah.
And isn't it the same writer and director for the
all
entire
of them
series?
Yeah, I get what happened with 2 and 3. they made them back to back, and they were all in. So if you fucked up with 2, you were gonna fuck up with 3. But they had so much time for Resurrection.
But how did you fuck that up?
I don't know. That was bad. I agree. That would probably be in my top 3. Do you remember 2000? I want to say 2003's Hulk from Ang Lee.
Yeah.
I saw that in the movies. Now, I never fall asleep in theaters. That movie bored me to sleep in the theaters. I've only seen it one time since, and same thing. Now, it's a beautiful looking movie, but like most Ang Lee movies are.
I've been contemplating grabbing that 4K.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's a beautiful fucking looking movie. It's just a boring
I just
movie.
want it for the collection.
Yeah.
It's like a different Hulk, though, right?
Very different. They did some cool things in it, but I don't know.
I remember there was a video game for that, too, right?
PS2 game. Yeah, Italian game. Yes, I do remember that. You probably have. Yeah, you probably have it somewhere around here. But yeah, you have to go look, right? You probably have it on PS2 or probably on Xbox. But that movie absolutely killed me. What's another movie that disappointed me? This wasn't a huge disappointment, but The Dark Knight Rises. When I first saw it, I've actually come around on this a lot, but when I first saw it in theaters, I remember being pretty let down. I was, usually for that franchise, I wasn't asking questions like, plot hole galore, but like I still have questions about how this guy broke his back and ended up back in the city when no one else can go in and out, but yet he somehow did. So
I actually 100% agree with you on this.
You all right?
No, that hurt.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Okay. I'm so glad that was on camera, but I feel bad that you hurt. He slammed his knee into the bar.
When I fell down every single set of stairs.
So you're saying you're not going to rush down there to make sure he's okay?
No, that's why we have dogs.
At least it's...
Remember when I fell down every single stair and I made none of those noises?
Ow, why though?
I want you to be in pain too. Ow.
Oh, that was great. I'm keeping that whole thing in, by the way.
I just gotta walk this one off.
I actually can't believe you did that.
I don't even know why my knee came up that high.
That's what I'm
I blasted
asking.
it on this fucking bar top. At least it's my left knee, because my right knee always hurts me from driving.
I might as well fuck them both up, right?
Well, this one I can afford. The other one kind of is a little more important.
Oh, because it just sits there?
Although the car I might buy tomorrow is...
Oh, you need a clutch?
I need a clutch fucking foot.
Hopefully it doesn't hurt that bad tomorrow.
No, it'll be fine.
Did you get lightheaded?
Yeah.
You did, right?
Yeah.
I slap my knee at least like that once a week, so I know the feeling. Yeah.
So I do have the Hulk game
All right.
on Xbox. And I actually remember specifically requesting this as a gift on Christmas around the time when this was originally released. And this was actually a pretty fun game.
I bet you it is. I bet you it's
The
better.
other one is better. The Ultimate Smash or whatever it is. Hulk Smash or whatever, the more cartoony one. But I think Hulk is an awesome property for a video game.
Oh, it is. There's so much you can do. I'm surprised. That's why I'm so glad we're getting a Wolverine game. Because I can't wait to play as Wolverine.
Oh my god. How are you going to play it?
Oh, it's a PlayStation exclusive, isn't it?
Or PC. It'll probably come to PC later. But
I don't have either.
You don't have that either.
Nope.
Get fucked.
That's bad news for me. Yeah. That's bad news, Brown.
Well, I'm sure a PS5 might be a little bit cheaper by the time that comes out.
Probably. I eventually would like to.
And you don't care about the Spider-Man game?
No, I don't. Although I do want to play it, because I did play the first one, and I played Miles Morales.
Did you finish it?
The first one I did. I didn't finish Miles Morales.
You finished the Spider-Man game?
Finished that.
When? On PS5?
I had a PS5, remember?
You beat that whole game.
Pretty sure.
Spider-Man. It's a long game.
I'm pretty sure I beat it.
I thought you started with Miles Morales. And
no, I
played
did
a little bit.
I started with, no, you remember is I put Miles Morales in because I wanted to play in the snow. And then I went back and did Spider-Man because if you remember, they sold the update, that you got the game for free if you bought the PS5. So you got the updated version of the original with Miles Morales.
Yeah, I've been meaning to replay that also.
Now I kind of want to play it, and it's impossible.
It is impossible for you, but
it
not
is.
for me. I could play it on my PlayStation or my PC.
Good for you, Matt. Fucking piece of shit. All right.
You had a PS5.
I did. I sold it for the channel.
How'd that work out?
So far, it hasn't paid off. But one day, though. All right, next one again is from Kevin L, and this is actually a really fun question. What are your favorite scenes from the following movies? The Mask, The Cable Guy, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, Billy Madison, and Happy Gilmore?
Okay, I can answer this.
I know.
Favorite scene from The Mask?
Mine's easy.
Probably has to be the
Cuban Pete, right?
Yeah.
Cuban Pete, I'm the king of the rumba beat. When I play the maracas, I go chick chicky boom, chick chicky.
Yeah, the nightclub scene from The Mask.
No, that's not the Cuban Pete scene. No, the Cuban Pete scene's with the police cars when he's out there dancing. The nightclub.
Oh, it didn't start in the nightclub?
No, the nightclub is a different scene. That's. You don't remember that scene?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That guy right there dancing with Tina. He's a dead man.
Yeah. I love that movie.
Oh, I love The Mask.
Oh, I want to watch that tonight now.
Oh, I might watch The Mask tonight. But I love the Cuban Pete scene. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a musical guy. That fucking scene when they're dancing.
Dance on the cop.
Yeah. If you start dancing, I'm going to blow your brains out. I fucking love The Mask.
Stanley Ipkiss.
Yes. I said get the keys, not the cheese.
Yeah, that's a fantastic movie.
Oh, I love it. And then the Cable Guy, I'm not the biggest Cable Guy, but Medieval Times. I love the Medieval Times scene.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to mirror you with that one too. I actually just got Cable Guy on Blu-ray because I have a sneaky feeling that's going to go out of print soon.
It does feel like something that does go out of print. That does feel like a movie that is getting lost to time, actually.
So I picked that, and it's still an expensive Blu-ray. I think I paid like $20 for the Blu-ray.
And didn't Ben Stiller direct that?
He did.
Yeah.
Which I was also pretty surprised when I read the back of that.
And he plays twins in that. I think Murderer's twins. I think based on the Menendez brothers from that time. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's like a dark comedy.
It's a dark comedy.
Strange movie.
It is. But Medieval Times, I'm a big fan because I'm sure everyone here will understand. You get to eat with your hands the whole time. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's just basically...
You're around your people.
Yeah. I went on a 6th grade field trip there. It was the last field trip I ever went on. The best field trip ever. I loved it. Medieval Times.
Why was the last one?
Didn't go on anyone's after that. Unfortunately. Those cost a little bit more money. So, so we didn't get to go, my family. But I also saw the movie Holes on the bus ride there, which I really like the movie Holes.
Okay.
So I don't know if you've seen that. And Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. This is hard.
The original.
The original, because there are so many good scenes in this.
That is really, really tough.
Oh my God. Part of me wants to say when he's investigating the hotel room.
That I was just about to say with the sliding glass door. That or
I have exorcised the demons. This house is clear.
the scene with Snow when
Snowflake?
When
he dies.
It's not Snowflake.
It's not Snowflake.
I like when he goes into the tank and he goes, "If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer."
I say that the whole time because I always say that, and then like the Captain Blog. That's almost
something on the wing. That's part 2.
That is part 2.
Not
fantastic. Peanuts. Oh no, I have one right here. It's bulky, but I consider it carry on. The first one. I also love the scene where the guy sneaks up on him and he's like, Ventura. Yes, Satan?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You sound like somebody else.
Yeah, oh my God, fantastic. Every line.
Yeah, that it's hard to pick a scene. That whole movie's quotable throughout.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I could pick one just
Finkel and Einhorn, Finkel and Einhorn, Finkel and Einhorn. Laces out.
Oh, they're shaped like little footballs.
Laces out.
Laces out. Real sports nut, huh?
Real sports nut.
And then the next two, Billy Madison. That's another hard one. That's a classic. But
Billy Madison, I think the first thing that comes to my mind is one of the musicals with the clown on stilts.
Oh, hey kids! I bet that you thought I was dead.
Yeah. Or Nudie Magazine Day.
Oh, Nudie Magazine Day is fucking great. He's driving up front. He's drunk, and he sees the penguin, and he passes out.
That's a good
It's too hot for a penguin to be walking around.
Yeah.
And they pay that back later.
Or we're eating all the bagged lunches.
Yeah, who eats 30 bagged lunches? Tell you who it was. It was that damn Sasquatch. But I also just loved a
That
lot.
Veronica Vaughn.
One hot piece of ace. And I know from experience, bro.
No, you don't.
You don't.
No, you don't.
My favorite line in the whole movie is by Norm Macdonald, though, when they're watching the news and it gets reported that he was, like, cheating and everything. And, like, billionaire's son cheats on tests to get ahead in school. And Norm Macdonald's like, wait, maybe it's somebody else. Like, who the fuck else would it be?
And that weasel fucking
Oh, Eric. Oh,
Yeah.
That actor is great, by the way.
Yeah,
he's
he's
still floating around.
fucking weasel.
He is. He did that Carl! Good to see you!
Yeah.
You know, Eric's doing that weird laugh. How does that go? You know,
Yeah. I love that.
great movie. Then Happy Gilmore. These are all.
when he's coming down the stairs doing the...
Oh, I'll tumble for you.
Yeah.
That's also right after the scene where he's like, don't I get you everything? Nintendo, any clothes you want? Actually, this shirt's Frank's. And then he lifts it up and it says Frank underneath.
Yeah.
And then Happy Gilmore. What is the best scene in Happy Gilmore?
It's all in the hips. It's all...
You know what the best scene in Happy Gilmore, and it doesn't even involve Adam Sandler.
Oh, with the nail gun?
No, it's with fucking
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller scene.
Yes. You just...
Oh, your hands hurt?
Now your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty.
Does anyone else's fingers hurt? See the name on a name tag, Grandma? You're in my house now.
Yeah, oh my God, Ben Stiller in that movie is amazing.
Yes. Adam Sandler's great too, though. When he let the kid fix it with the air condition, hits it, slaps it, falls out.
He almost just knocked over the beer.
Oh, that's almost empty.
Well, it doesn't matter.
It's thick enough; it won't break.
Well, it would spill and
There's nothing in it.
be a thing, so let's just not do it.
All right. Well, you gotta understand. I'm gonna knock this over at some point, so I want you to get mentally prepared for that.
Maybe we'll just put it out of the way.
I don't feel like changing. I'm just not gonna change. I like how it is.
You like to knock it over?
No, but it's fine. You know, these are things you have to accept with life. Things are gonna fall.
No, not if you put it over there, because they would be pretty hard.
I also like the scene in here where he's with the doing like hockey tryouts in a year and he's getting hit in the chest with the ball.
Oh yeah. He's just standing in the front of the tennis machine.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang. What else?
I mean, there's a lot of great scenes. Chris McDonald is great as Shooter McGavin. Anytime
Yeah,
he's
Shooter
in.
McGavin is awesome. I love that.
One of the best. I eat piece of shit like you for breakfast. You eat piece of shit for breakfast? No.
He called the shit poop.
Yeah, that's Billy Madison.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
it is Billy Madison. Yeah.
Yep. Don't
Those are
put
so-
it out with your boots, kid.
Yeah, those are always like sold in a double pack. Those.
Always. And
Yeah.
the name of his production company is Happy
Happy
Madison.
yeah.
So that's, those are the... Adam Sandler blew up because of those movies. They came
Yeah.
out within a year of each other. That was it. He was on attachment to rocket. He's gone. Well, that was a great question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Kevin. That was a fun
You know
one.
what? Oh my God, that's not Billy Madison. I'm thinking of Saturday Night Live, the skit with him and Chris Farley, the Schmitt's Gay beer.
Oh, that's a great skit. The
The
sunglasses.
sunglasses. Like the buff guy in the Speedo all oiled up.
Yeah. And they're like looking at each other. Like,
Schmitt's Gay.
oh man, I miss Chris Farley. He was fucking great. I don't know why. I always think of the Chippendale skit in my head.
That's him and Patrick Swayze.
It's like, you gotta admit, if his body wasn't just so bad that he had the moves.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, thanks, man.
I love that. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a great one. All right, and this is our last question of the week. With the confirmation of Tarantino's last film being called The Film Critic, any thoughts on the possible premise? Well, from what I understand, it's going to take place in the 1970s. I actually thought it was going to be about Pauline Kael. Big movie critic, huge in the 60s, 70s, 80s, all that. She had some really big hot takes about Citizen Kane. One of the best movie critics of all time. So I thought that that's what this movie was going to be about. So, according to Tarantino, he actually talked about it this week. He said that is not the case. He said this is a world that Pauline Kael will live in, but it's not about Pauline Kael. So, it has something to do with film and, film criticism in general, but I have actually no idea. He's kind of keeping it really under wraps.
Yeah, I'm just a little bummed out that we're not going to get any more of like the what do you call it, the LA trilogy?
Yeah, no, I mean, this will probably be in LA. more than
Right,
likely.
but it's no Reservoir Dogs or Pulp Fiction. Or
I am 100% sure this is going to line up with his last few movies where rewriting history is going to be a part of it.
Yeah, which I'm okay with, but I much prefer his earlier work.
His early work is definitely better. Now he likes to play around in time periods and just like in the Mansons, he rewrote that. He had his slavery movie, he had his Hitler movie. He just likes to play with history. So that's pretty much what I suspect he'll do. I'm sure it's his last movie. There's going to be something to do with an extreme amount of violence in there. He's got to end it his way, so I'm sure it'll be something that floats the line of what his regular stuff is. I'm really excited for it. I'm just upset that that's his last movie.
Yeah.
And he seems pretty committed to it being his last movie from what he said this week. He's over 60. He just said he wants to write some books, and that's really it. He doesn't want to make movies anymore. I mean, hey, it's better to burn out than fade away, like Kurt Cobain said.
That's right.
So why not?
That is right.
Not everyone is Scorsese and Spielberg, where the only way they're going to stop is if they die. Because I mean, how many Spielberg and Scorsese movies do we have?
Handful.
I think they're both over 25.
Is it that much?
For both of them, it has to be. They have been making movies since the 70s, both of them.
Wow, 25?
And they still make movies. Scorsese has a movie coming out this year, and Spielberg just had a movie come out last year. And
See, I'm not on top of all of Spielberg or Scorsese stuff. I don't think I can name all 25.
I mean, that's probably a low count. Scorsese, I think I have 15 Scorsese movies on Blu-ray.
Wow.
I don't even have them all. You know?
Yeah, I got a handful. I don't have them all either, but yeah, wow, 25, that seems high.
Yeah, Spielberg, think about it. I mean, just in the 70s alone, you had Duel, 1941, E.T., Close Encounters of the Third Kind. What else did he have in the 70s? Is that it?
Jaws?
Did I not say Jaws?
No.
Well, that's probably the big one, right?
That's the big one. That's the best.
Okay, well,
That's his number one.
that's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
What's his number one?
His number one is probably The Close Encounters of the Third Kind,
Wrong.
Jurassic Park.
Debatable.
Jurassic Park's definitely his top two, though.
Yes, I would put that in right after Jaws.
Yeah, that's a masterpiece. I love Jaws. I mean, not Jaws, Jurassic Park.
I love Jurassic Park also.
Yeah.
They're both 10 out of 10s.
Jurassic Park is a 10 out of 10. I put that score on just all the time. I mean, that's John Williams, but
No, yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah. Ooh.
Were you with me? Oh, no, I was with Alex, and we put that on as we were coming into Atlantic City for my bachelor party.
Jurassic Park score?
Yeah, we put that score on.
Why?
Because it was like seeing a whole new world. I mean, it's just shitty Atlantic City, but we were excited.
Shithole.
It is a shithole.
Sure is.
It's nothing like it looks in the movies. It's like, think about Vegas if it fucking started doing crack cocaine and it's been 7 years. That's what Atlantic City is.
100%, yeah. Junk.
Yeah, 100%. It's fun, but it's Northeast Vegas, so just imagine. But I think that's it for this week. What'd you think? Anything else you want to say before we get out of here? I'm going to take that as a no.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to take that as a no.
I got nothing.
All right. So anyway, guys, make sure you leave your comments in the comments section below. Give us some food tips that you want us to see us try. You know, I've just been kind of picking what I really want to eat. So, now that pizza's off the table, I don't know. Whatever you guys want, any recommendations, leave those in the comment section below. Any questions or comments for next week? Any beers you want to see us drink that maybe we haven't tried, leave those in the comment section below. And then while you're down there, just like this video, subscribe to the channel. And then after you're done doing all that, go to your local bar and tell all your friends about Let's Talk Entertainment Media, right? And we'll be seeing you around.